it's me, Dr. J. So, I know that this is 2020 and everybody is going to be cooking at home. So, I thought that I would show you a recipe for my stuffed peppers. We like stuffed bell peppers here in New Orleans, and we like to fill them with a whole lot of stuff. So, I am going to be cooking stuffed bell peppers with you today. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And I'm also going to leave the recipe at the bottom so you can kind of follow along with your measurements and stuff. But bad thing about it is we cook mostly according to feeling. But for today, I have measured everything out and got everything together so you can actually see how much of what I place to make these bell peppers. So let's get cooking. So what we're going to need, this is about 3 tablespoons of parsley. This is 3 tablespoons of seasoned salt. This is crab meat. We have some ham. We have bell peppers. I'm going to do about 10 peppers. So I'm going to have 6 bell peppers. 5 are going to be cut in half. And 1 is going to actually be made into the stuffing. This is about 1.5 pounds of ground meat, breadcrumbs, and this is 1 pound of shrimp, which has been deveined on the bottom as well as the top, just because it just gives you a little grit if you don't devein them, and we pretty much like to devein ours. A whole onion, a stalk of green onion, and let's get cooking. So I've already set the oven to 400 because after we finish marrying all of this together, we are going to put the bell peppers in the oven. But right now I am going to get this meat browned. It is over a medium fire, and once I brown the ground meat, then I am going to drain the excess fat, and then I'm going to start putting all of the other ingredients together before I stuff the bell pepper. So right now I'm just getting ready to fry this ground meat, and also I have already cut those bell peppers. As I said, I'm doing 10, so this is 5 large bell peppers that have been cut in half. And we're gonna get this ground meat fried, and then we move on to the other ingredients. So I know right now people are really capitalizing from their seafood stock, but I want to make sure that I let you know also that I have those shrimp. That pound of shrimp is boiling here. I'm going to boil it for about, I'm going to let it get to a boil, and then I'm going to let it continue for about 3 to 5 minutes. That's not only going to make sure that the shrimp are fully cooked, but also it's going to give me a stock, so I can actually use that seafood stock when I do my gumbo. That's right, gumbo. So I wanted to bring that up, but also this ground meat is cooking up great. So in a moment, I am going to add the ingredients because I want to make sure that it has a great taste. But you know, I'm going to drain this. So right now, all I'm doing is browning this ground meat. You want to make sure it's cooked thoroughly. It's not anything that you want to have medium. You want to cook this ground meat through. All right, let's get it popping. So there you have it. I am cooking 10 bell peppers, so I needed 6 altogether. I took 5, cut them in half, and I'm going to use the other bell pepper inside of the actual stuffing that's going to stuff the bell pepper. Yes. So Now that I have finished frying up my ground meat, I'm going to start adding the ingredients. This is about a cup of diced ham. This is 3 tablespoons of frosting. This is a minced garlic. 3 tablespoons of seasoned salt. I mean, you can use whatever type of seasoning that you like. This is not a paid subscription, so I'm not giving any shout outs for a particular seasoned salt, but use whatever seasoning you like. But it's 3 tablespoons of seasoned salt. Make sure you stir that in well. This is 3 tablespoons of garlic powder. Oh, it smells so good. This is that bell pepper. This is the onion, long onion, green onion. This is a cup. I'm going to add some more. That's just to get it started. Oh, that looks so good. And once those shrimp turn just a little pink, I am going to take some of the water from those shrimp and add a cup of water to this stuffing along with the breadcrumbs. Yes, everything is looking so good. And the shrimp, and they're not even going to have to come to a good boil. You just put them in hot water and make sure that, I just like to turn them pink because I want to make sure that they're cooked well. Oh, this smells so good. Last but not least, my crab meat. This is a cup of crab meat. And this is why we say we have seafood bell peppers. You can add more crab meat if you like. That 1 cup was enough for the 10 bell peppers that I am making. And 9 times out of the 10, I'm going to have some left over. But for right this second, oh, this smells so good. Yeah, can you see that? Oh, so good. And you want to make sure that the ground meat is fine also, because it's going to be stuffed inside of the peppers. So the shrimps are just about as pink as I need them, so I'm getting ready to put those in. So as you can see, I have added the shrimp. All I did was just turn them pink. I just want to make sure that they are cooked thoroughly, because you don't have to leave the bell peppers in the oven for too long. Also, when you marry this, I wanted to show you that stock. This is the seafood stock. So this is the shrimps that have actually been boiling in this water. So it gives you a stock. And I am not only going to use a cup and a half in these bell peppers along with breadcrumbs, but I'm also going to take the remains of that stock and use that for my gumbo. Yes. You can also buy it in the store, but why buy it when you can get it at home? Alright, so that looks good. This is what you actually come up with. So once you get your stuffing, you're going to turn it into stuffing now. I'm going to add the water, and I'm going to add a cup and a half of breadcrumbs, and then we're going to stuff the bell peppers. So I've added the seafood stock, and now I am slowly adding in the breadcrumbs. You don't want them to get clumpy. So I'm slowly adding in that cup and a half of breadcrumbs. so it can get that stuffing texture to it. So in the meantime, just a little bit about cooking. I love to cook. I never went to cooking school. Did a lot of education, but cooking school was not one. But I learned through trial and error. I had one girlfriend. She loves to cook, and we used to just get recipes and look at recipes and try things out. I wasn't always a fan of the kitchen, I will say, but I like to eat. And over the years, it's grown on me. So I think I get better with time. And the holidays are, as I said before, mom and a grandma. So I like to take this opportunity to just have food at the house, just in case company stops by. This year is going to be a little different because we are in COVID, and I am very much practicing the social distance. So I will not be entertaining outside of my immediate household. However, this recipe will be available. My older daughter has her own family, and she cooks also. But just in case she misses a step, look, she'll have this available. Now, do you see how this is forming up to a nice stuffing? Oh, smells so good. I wish you could smell it. So, this is the actual stuffing. And we are going to take this stuffing. That's enough, because we'll take the rest of the breadcrumbs and sprinkle them across the top of the actual bell peppers. Woo, so good. So that's about done. It's a stuffing. It has its texture. And now it's time to stuff those bell peppers. So this is the actual stuffing of the pepper. And you just take it in your hand and you add the stuffing inside of the bell pepper. Kind of really get it in there. Oh my gosh. So good. That's basically how we stuff the bell pepper. Then we place it in the pan. So now that the bell peppers are stuffed, remember that the breadcrumbs I told you about? Now you just sprinkle them across the top lightly before you put them in the oven. And we're gonna put this in the oven for 30 minutes. Oh, that looks so good. And these peppers were a pretty good size. Thank goodness. For the holidays, you usually can get the best size bell peppers. This is pretty much when they're in season. So, there you have it. So, we're going to put those in the oven for about 30 minutes. And also, I'm going to add a cup of water to the bottom of the pan, and that is going to actually soften the bell peppers. Some people pre-boil the bell peppers, but I don't. I've done them both ways. I like it better when you just add the water to the pan and you cook. I'm also going to cover this with aluminum foil to lock in or to seal in the steam, and that also helps the pepper to cook. And these bell peppers are pretty big, so I'm actually going to add about 2.5 cups of water. I want to make sure that they soften up as I anticipate they will. All right, y'all. So we've been in the oven about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. I did 45. And here we go. our bell peppers are done and ready to be served up. So I pray that yours come out great also. But that's bell peppers. So I hope that you find this recipe helpful. It was fun making. It's one of the favorite meals, especially around the holiday times here in New Orleans. We have been cooking seafood stuffed bell peppers. Yes. Can't wait to dig in. Hope your family enjoys them. Make sure you give me a comment and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, because you get updates. And who knows, I may even share my gumbo recipe, as I said. But hope you liked it. Thanks a lot. It's me, Dr. J, cooking with Dr. J. Yes, she cooks also. Until next time, you well. Thanks.